my character, you know, those dashes, I've got 4 of them. So
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. Let's see here. I started the music, by the way.
Cool.
Let's see. Yeah, it's such a great game, man. I haven't even checked my played hours lately. I can imagine it's close to 7 days or something like that.
If not more.
Yeah. Yeah, this weekend I got to play quite a bit, which was nice. And yeah, there's a new Harvest Moon type game that dropped on Game Pass called Story of Seasons. And if I play it, I know I'll be consumed with it because I love those farming sim games. So I'm kind of waiting a little bit, and yeah, so we'll see. Let's see. I'm gonna add this as well. There's so much gaming news. I started the gaming news Facebook page, eh?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I love doing that. So different stories I'm posting, we can actually chat about it here, which we are, which is kind of cool. So I'm just gonna keep working at that as well, and kind of go along with everything else, and because I just love gaming news anyways. And if I can get a good core group of people that will chat, that would just be awesome. Discuss some stuff, not the fanboy garbage, but yeah, I'm gonna try to not be anti PlayStation and Jim Ryan, but we'll see. I turned my PlayStation on yesterday.
Oh,
for the first time. I'm not gonna tell you. I'll tell you during the podcast. What I did.
Cough out a load of dust.
There is dust on it. I'm looking at it right now. There's a lot of dust on it. I took a picture of my Switch. There's a lot of dust on that. Oh well. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it should be a good day today.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whether you're being like anti PlayStation or not will entirely depend on whether Jiggity Jig Ryan, Jim Ryan shows up in the chat.
I'll try not to engage. Jaden Karim says, "What you fellas doing?" Jaden, we're doing a podcast, my man, and we start in 6.5 or 7, just under 7 minutes. Checking the weather for this week. Tomorrow we're getting 30 to 40 millimeters of rain. After all this stinking rain we've gotten. Then Tuesday 1 millimeter, Wednesday 1 to 3. 2 days possibly of sun, then Saturday and Sunday rain. Yeah, it's been an insane amount of rain. I've never seen it like this ever. Nice. What's the topic for today's podcast? Well, it's in the subject title, Jaden. We're going to discuss that, but we've got a bunch of other stuff. Got some Bethesda news, Starfield, Warzone, Assassin's Creed, Gollum. But the main topic is Xbox Game Pass. Is it destructive? The value destructive? And we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk some quotes, different things. We're going to have a great time. There's Ella. Ella in the background. But Jaden, good to see you, dude. Thanks for stopping in. I think this is your first podcast. So yeah, you know I won't be super long today, as I've got to go see Indiana Jones here in 3 hours. So
Yeah.
but we've got. I've already showered and all that stuff, so we've got some time. What do you guys think about the future of gaming? Ooh, good question. Where should we add? You know what? We're going to add... Jaden, I'm going to add that question at the end. Let's do that.
Terrible, boycott it.
I already know the answer. 100% know the answer. And where it's going and what it's going to be like in 10 years, we'll say. But I'll save that for the end. That's a really good question. I like getting questions from everybody. If they post questions on YouTube as well underneath the videos, I'd add them for the next week. It's fantastic. So during the podcast, Jaden, just as a heads up, we don't interact too much with the chat, but feel free to post. I still read them. As AI taking over the world by storm, I think we can truly do gaming while asleep. Oh my gosh. Jam Ultimate Hater 87. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you. All right, one sec. I'm gonna get my drink and I'll be right back. Still rocking the Bubba Keg.
Yeah.
Leonardo fell. Oh, what do we got here? I see. Sorry, I won't disturb. No, Jaden. Disturb away, my man. Disturb away. I still read the chat. I still read the comments. Feel free to disturb. It is all good. Jam James. Big casino. Ching ching. I need to turn that into a blurb. Or just an audio thing that can be played whenever he walks in. He just clicks on the button. And it goes ching ching. Yes, I'm working out.
It looks like James is here and not here at the same time.
Oh. Huh. James. Big casino. Is $250 goal is enough for a whole month? Oh, yes. No, well, no. Jaden, we want a whole lot more. I'm just saying. But yeah, that hasn't even reset for July. That says June goal. That says June goal. This music's so good. I like it. I think we're gonna have a great show today. And then, of course, we got the millions, right? We got the millions hanging around, lurking. And I'm so thankful for our millions of lurkers. So here we go. Here we go. I gotta switch to the right one. Oh no, I forget which one it is. Is it this one? Hey, it is the right right one. Welcome everybody to episode, is it 72 of the Gamers Pass podcast. And we are going to have a wonderful time today. We're going to chat. We're going to chat about everything that's going on. Those that are interested, I started a new Facebook group about gaming news and such like that. So feel free to join. I can throw the link in the chat if you're interested. And we're going to chat to all of you. And we're going to have a good time doing it. It's just, I love doing this podcast. And always joining me is Lee. Lee, how you doing? And what have you been playing this week? Which there's no surprise at what you've been playing.
I'm doing awesome, and what I've been playing is Diablo 4 and more Gears 5, because we do it on the Fridays.
Yeah,
so.
we do. And there was something else you played this week.
Oh, and Sea of Thieves, of course.
Sea of Thieves. Yes, lad. Sea of Thieves. What else? What do you got going on? Give me a breakdown of your gaming week.
The well, Sea of Thieves, I'll start with that. I haven't played it in I don't know how many months.
Not this year.
No, definitely not this year. And when I did play it last, it was with like you on stream, and I still didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I still don't know what I'm doing now, but it's I'm getting the hang of it, and it was fun. Me, you, and James.
Yep. And we're playing it tomorrow, by the way.
All right, cool. But outside of the mission sort of glitching, which James found that it was a repeat, like it happened with lots of people.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah. But we had a good time,
Yeah, we did. Listen, I was beyond excited to fire Sea of Thieves back up. I was even thinking about playing it by myself yesterday. That's how excited I was. Yeah. All right, keep going. Sorry, I cut you off.
No. But just how like this fool kept rocking up, and we had to just blast them down.
We did. We're not PvPers. When we play Sea Thieves, we just want to go adventure, get money, and come back. That's it. But this one guy just decided to like, you know what? I'm gonna just try to ruin these guys. Mark, come on in, buddy. It's just I'm gonna go ruin these guys' day. And he followed us, and we're like, okay, we're just gonna go away from him. Just go away. And he followed us. So we wrecked him, and then we left him alone. All right, this is it. We're done. We're gonna go do what we need to do. And he came back. And it was like, all right, buddy, you are done. And we just pow, 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 pow. Man, it felt so good to ravage his ship. And then we went underneath and killed him. And it was just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ultimate Hater 87 is joining us, just as a heads up. All right, Lee, keep going, sir.
I just love that it's like me, who knows nothing on how to play the game. I had no throwables or anything. I just jumped off, clutching my sword, climbed on their ship. I saw an explosive barrel, and I just smacked it with the sword.
Yeah,
that was that.
That was it. That was amazing and wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes. So Diablo, Sea Thieves, Gears 5, that was your week.
Yeah. And with Diablo, I tried the World Tier 4 capstone.
Oh.
I did because I saw on the thing, and it was like level 70 plus, and I thought, yeah, I'll just have a look at it, see how hard it is. No guys to fight, just Lilith at the end, 100, like level 100, and absolutely swiped me, and I was gone.
So there's nobody to fight when you go into that. Wow. Okay.
There are some like points where you can go off, and I didn't check those.
Okay.
I only
You went straight to Lilith.
Yeah, because it was like approach the throne or something. So
Okay.
I headed there, and didn't look like there was a throne. It was just Lilith that showed up, level 100. 2 hits and I was gone.
Oh, I man. I can't wait to fight her though. That should be awesome.
Yeah.
That should be awesome. All right. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Myself, Sea of Thieves, I really want to dive back into Sea of Thieves. And as long as I have a crew to roll with, even though I was soloing Sea of Thieves, which was, it was really fun. Their Gears 5 Friday, which was always awesome. Every Friday, to the millions watching, every Friday we play Gears of War. We do Horde mode. It was just wonderful, not horror mode. Horde mode, it was a wonderful time. I felt after it was
Very
done,
different.
yeah, very different. It felt really good, man. I got done, I was like, wow, what a great stream. That was just wonderful. And then, yeah, what else? Sea Thieves. Diablo. Yeah, Diablo. I hit level 72 just a bit ago. Within the hour, I hit level 72 with my Necromancer, and I'm just having a really good time with that. It's so much fun. Diablo is taking over my life for video games. I was telling Lee before, in Game Pass, Story of Seasons has dropped, and that was the original, apparently. In North America is all I go by, really. And Harvest Moon was one of my favorite N64 and SNES farming sims, and I think they were kind of the only ones. And then apparently everywhere else outside of North America, it's called Story of Seasons. I had no clue. And so Game Pass has just dropped the Story of Seasons, whatever extra version this is, and I cannot wait to play it. But if I do that, I'm going to be consumed with that instead of Diablo. So it's just going to be really weird. I love farming sims, I really do. And even though the animations, these cutesy sort of farming looking people and animals, I just love it. It's so stupid.
Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing.
Oh, Stardew Valley is next level. I absolutely love Stardew Valley. And it is
hi, Mark.
awesome. Oh, hold on here.
Hello.
Hey, Mark. Good to see you, dude.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
Fantastic. We can hear you. We can see you. Everything is looking great.
Yeah, that's the Elgato camera. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, I got the same. I got the same issue. How's it going? And what have you been playing this week? Good to see you.
So it's good seeing you guys. This week I've been playing Warzone. Been killing it in that, of course. I've been playing some Sim City as well on the PC. Sim City 2000.
Yep.
And I don't know why I just prefer the older one better. And a new game I've been playing as well is Car for Sale Simulator. So I am in car sales in real life, and they actually have a car for sale simulator. It's still in the early stages of development. There's a lot of glitches, a lot of crazy moments.
Is it authentic to real life? Is it really simulating the experience?
I'd say maybe 10% of it is authentic. Thank God you don't have to deal with people with credit issues and stuff like that. So that's
where are you playing that on? Is it PC?
It's on PC. Correct.
Okay, wow. I would play that. I love sim games anyway, so I'd totally play it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty addictive. I've probably got altogether since I bought it maybe 15 hours of actual playing time.
That's awesome.
It's pretty addictive. And Phasmophobia, I've been playing that.
Okay, yeah, you enjoy that, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's actually coming to console.
Oh, okay.
I think that especially if it drops on Xbox, man, that might be something fun you might want to play with Lee and James especially.
Well, if I could get snobbish James to actually play some other games other than I don't like that type of games, it would be awesome. If we could get James to try something new and something different, that would be fun.
That's your best impression yet.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And he lives on woo. So what we're going to hop into is some news. We do have some Warzone news, I'm just saying, coming up. But we're going to kick it over to Lee News. Lee News. News. Go ahead, Lee.
All right. So, the Xbox Series X and S consoles have reportedly passed 21 million sales worldwide.
Excellent. That's really good. In my house alone, we have 3.
Well, yeah. So you're about half that.
Yeah, we get 3 million here. No, that's awesome. Yeah,
I mean,
hey, great news.
yeah, but it doesn't seem to quite live up to the amount that PlayStation and Nintendo have
Of
done.
course, yeah. But do you
But
know? Do you have the numbers on PlayStation?
no, but I can get them.
Mark, you
Um,
have all the systems, right? A Switch, PS5, Xbox.
I sold my Switch
Oh,
probably 6 months ago.
no
During,
way.
during Christmas. Yeah, I wasn't using it. I wasn't
Yeah.
using it, and I sold it to somebody. She was buying it for her kids and stuff like that. The kids are going to get way more use out of it than I am. I sold it for about $200, but I mean, it's like the PlayStation Direct thing was horrible,
Oh,
and
Nintendo Direct? Yeah.
I mean Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, no, it's
Yeah, it
okay.
was horrible, and it was. I just didn't see no value in having it anymore.
Wow. Okay, I like that. All right. Lee, do you have the numbers?
yeah, PlayStation has sold 38.5 million, and that was as of April 2023.
Okay.
So,
Oh, there
so
it is.
few months ago, and still a lot more. And the Nintendo Switch has done 125 million.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's insanity.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so and PlayStation's saying that Nintendo is really not in any sort of competition with them or anything like that. It's so mind-blowing.
they're in their own little sort of
Of
game
course.
of their
Now,
own.
you all know my feelings about PlayStation, all right? And I was going to save this towards the end, but since Mark showed his, I'm going to show mine. You show me yours, I'll show you mine. You ready? I've not played my PlayStation 5 in I don't know. I've not touched it once this year. I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't. So check this out. I fired up my PlayStation for the first time yesterday, my PS5. The only reason is my boys Isaiah and Cameron were playing my Xbox Series X in the living room. So I came in here to play my Xbox Series X, play Diablo, but it wouldn't let me. It said because I'm on the other console, I can't play, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to play here instead? And I figured it would kick them out. So I was like, I'm going to play my PlayStation. So I fired up my PlayStation and I canceled my PS Plus subscription.
Yay!
And I turned off my PlayStation. And I played Xbox still. I went ahead and did it. That's what I did with my PlayStation. I just canceled my PS Plus subscription. That's been
That's definitely a victory.
well. I had it was for the whole year accidentally, and I was like, holy frig, that was 80 some bucks for the whole year, and so it expires on July 1st, 2020, June 1st, 2024, January 1st, 2024. Let's try that again, and yeah. I have no use for my PS5, but I can't sell it, Mark. That's the thing. My Nintendo Switch, we've got 3 of them in the house. None of them are played at all.
That is insane.
I just can't sell them. I don't want to sell them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have some issues.
At this point, like your PlayStation 5 has as much use as any of your statues
Yeah,
and costs way more.
yeah, exactly. The light's on, so it's drawing power. So I guess it should be in like rest mode, but we'll see.
Well, I mean, at least the PlayStation.
Duke.
Yeah, really. The PlayStation has, it does. We poke fun at it, but it does have some titles that are going to be coming out.
Fantastic. Yeah.
That you will be interested in. Hey, dog, the world does not want to see you what.
That's amazing.
Like of course Spider-Man 2 and Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Oh.
I don't know when that's gonna come out, but
I don't know.
that's the game I'm most excited for because I do want to play. I don't even know what part 2 would be about.
I don't know. All I know is Jin Sakai. It should be about him anyways, or maybe they go back to a prequel sort of thing. I want to play that game again though. It is one of the best games I've ever played.
Did
and
you kill your uncle?
oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. I don't know, Mark. I don't even remember. I don't remember.
You play that entire game to get to that one moment where
Yeah.
you either kill your uncle or spare him.
Yeah, and I know I cried at the end though. I'll tell you that right now. It was I was so in touch with the story. It was so powerful. The storytelling was incredible, but the gameplay, I was immersed heavily into Ghost of Tsushima. It was crazy. So I don't
So many
remember.
tears that you couldn't actually see what you were doing.
Mm. I probably spared my uncle, most likely. I got to hop back into the game just to see, but yeah.
We got to play the online mode again.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
No, it was cool. That was cool. And Kimmy B would join us as well. She sent me a message saying, "Hey, we should play Ghost of Tsushima sometime." I'm like, "Jam, anything to play with Kimmy B." All right, Lee, what else we got?
We have got the it Stray, which was a PlayStation exclusive,
Yep.
is now launching on Xbox this August.
Apparently, it's a cat game, and people really liked it. So we'll see what
It was
happens.
critically acclaimed.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Graphically, it's gorgeous. It's really nice.
When-
Mark, did you play Stray?
Yeah, I played 30 minutes of it. And
Okay.
I don't know. It's just
No, that's all good. What were we gonna say, Lee?
Even though it is coming to Xbox, it won't be on Game Pass. So
I won't spend money on it.
yeah,
Oh,
That's
yeah,
weird.
it's that's just what it's what it says here.
Okay.
But yeah, I won't be spending money on it.
All right. What else you got?
Export no not that one. Polish developer 11-bit Studios signs a deal with Xbox Game Pass.
Okay. What do you know what they produce or anything or what they develop?
They produce like more survival games.
Okay.
Like This War of Mine.
Yep.
Yeah, This War of Mine came
That's
out
actually a
in
good game.
2014. Frostpunk.
Okay. Yep.
And
Frostpunk,
and
I'm
the
sure, is already on Game Pass.
oh right, okay.
Or was.
And the Alters. That seems to be. Oh, it's currently working on Frostpunk 2 and the Alters.
Okay, cool. Alrighty.
All right. But yeah, it's another addition to the Game Pass,
Yep.
which is good stuff. And then
Are you just
remember.
grabbing the news, extra news right now? Lee, you can't do
Uh,
that. I'm
you'd
calling you
love
out
it if-
right now. You can't do that. You're not even
No.
prepared.
No. It's just that I had a bunch of extra stuff, and I can't remember what you wanted me to leave till last.
You stop that. Heard of the Only Up game on PC? Have you guys heard of Only Up? Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Okay. Hold on. Right now, that's taken the streamers by storm. Right now, Only Up, and it's just you're just climbing up and up and up or something like that, and people are trying to knock you down. I think it is and stuff.
I thought that was Getting Over It. I thought that was the one way like you're
So
sitting in a
that was
bag
years
and then
ago. Yeah. So Only Up is now. Isaiah showed me a little clip with Nick the Merc or whatever, and Tim the Tapman. Yeah, Nick Mercs or something, and Tim the Tapman playing, and Nick knocked him off like this super high setting, and Tim just kept falling and falling and falling, and Tim was just like, "I'm done. I quit.
So it's like a multiplayer game then.
It appears to be. I didn't hear about it until yesterday, but it actually looks fun. Graphically, it's gorgeous. It came out May 24th.
All right.
Have you ever wanted to walk up the clouds, embark on an exciting journey in an Only Up, exploring a huge world full of secrets and mysteries? You have to get as high as possible, and the most interesting starts above the clouds. Huh.
Yeah, don't play it.
Don't play it.
No, don't play it. It is a solo player game, and your goal is to reach the very top.
Yep.
Which is a platform jumper game. I did watch Tim Tapman, Nick Mercs, and Dr. Disrespect all play the game.
Okay.
And what they would do is they would take breaks of it and watch the other person on their stream play it with their fans. It was crazy. So basically, all three of them were watching each other play this game because the game is that frustrating where you can only play it in short spurts and stuff like that.
Oh no.
But but to what Lee was saying, that the game just basically came out not too long
May.
ago, and it's taken off because of major content creators like Nick, Tim, and Dr. Disrespect are playing the game, and you see how quickly popularity it took off.
Yep.
And it makes me wonder what COD is definitely thinking now with that Nick Merckx controversy. All three of them are not playing Warzone 2 because of the whole controversy. So just imagine what this could actually do to other games out there that are in development and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. Alrighty.
Content creators do have influence.
Yes, we do.
To the watching.
For the millions watching, yes, indeed. All right, what do you got, Lee? What else? News you already had planned, not new news.
Sega remains very close with Xbox, but isn't open to acquisition talks right now.
Yeah, which is so. If those of you are wondering, with the whole FTC craziness that's going on with FTC versus Xbox to save Sony. Not to help the consumers, but to save Sony. Silver the Nightwolf, good to see you, my friend. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever witnessed and witnessing. And so it came out, and we could actually spend a whole day, but I didn't really want to dive into the whole FTC thing. So we're only going to touch on some stuff. But there was tons of publishers that Xbox over the last 5 years were kind of considering who should we pursue. And Sega was one of them. Sega! And there's Square Enix. There's just a crap load of studios that Xbox was thinking of. I'm not going to say are thinking or is thinking. I'm going to say they were. And I don't know how much clout is actually in that to go do it. But it makes sense. Sega, what are they producing? We're all wonderful, Silver. Thank you. How are you? We're not really. It's okay. And that's just the route they're going. I understand it, and that's what PlayStation's doing. They're buying studios, aka Bungie, and some other stuff. So, Sega, I would love to see Sega fall actually gets a major studio to purchase them and kind of make them relevant again, because Sega's really not relevant.
You know what's so sad? I did have a Sega Genesis as a kid, and Sega was the number 2 console at one point in time after Nintendo.
Mark, I'll tell you right now, when they went on their Sega does what Nintendo don't, when they went on that whole spew of trashing Nintendo, Sega was propelled to the forefront for a little bit. They were number 1 for a bit. And it was just all hate. That's when the console wars started. If you're wondering the frustration of console wars and you hate this, I'm this fanboy, I'm a that fanboy, and I hate this console because I love this. It started with Sega and Nintendo way back in the day. And it was all Sega's fault. Sega! And it's frustrating that we're here today still doing it. But, Sega had... I was anti-Sega because I was pro-Nintendo back when I was a kid, man. It's just the way it was. That's awesome. All right, Lee.
But yeah, so Sega's net worth, and when I searched it up, I was like, what the heck? It couldn't be that big. It's like 501 billion, and then it said Japanese yen. So I was like, okay, well, the currency. Change that to American dollars, and it's 3.47 billion. So that's Sega's net worth.
Yeah, which is wild. Listen, Microsoft was even considering purchasing Nintendo. Nintendo's like, no.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I think Nintendo's that won't go down.
No, but I could actually see a Nintendo Microsoft joining forces. I could see that, and to allow, because just the way things. And we can discuss this later, and we will. The direction that Microsoft is laying down, and where Nintendo is at currently, and I think they want to see. Oh shoot, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. So let's not discuss that part right yet. All right, let's keep going because that's Ella. She never really howls like that.
Oh, I wasn't sure whether it was Ella or Duke.
Yeah, no, that was Ella. And she rarely ever barks in the house. What a nutbar. Someone must have pulled in our driveway. All right, Steph's out there anyway. She'll be fine. All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
All right, and the last thing I've got is Microsoft CEO, which is not Phil Spencer.
Yeah, something Satya or Satya something. Nadella or something.
Yes. You got it spot on there, Paul.
Okay.
He isn't a fan of console exclusives and
Right.
blames Sony for it.
So let's discuss that. The three of us, while we're chilling here, exclusives are. Mark? How do you feel about console exclusives?
I think that's just part of the heavy. The competition of the whole thing. It's been around for decades now.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just talking about Sega. I mean, they had Sonic. That was their head honcho, and it was nothing in comparison to Mario. But you need, in order to really separate the consoles from one and another, you got to have exclusives. I mean, because at this point in time, as far as like technology and capability, PlayStation and Xbox are extremely similar. Xbox by specs is a little bit better than PlayStation, but without those exclusives, I mean, if Nintendo didn't have Zelda and Mario and stuff like that, they wouldn't exist at this point in time. If we're being honest, I think.
Yeah, if you consider Nintendo's mascots, we can call them, compared to Microsoft and Sony, Microsoft has Crash Bandicoot, could we say, or Master Chief?
Master Chief for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Master Chief.
Then Sony, who does Sony have? That little blue robot dude now. That's kind of what they're really focusing
Blue
on.
Robot.
Yeah,
That Echo
I'm not
Dot,
sure.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't
now.
know. But who does Sony have that would be kind of like their flagship mascot?
Kronos.
Yeah, yeah.
Kronos.
Okay, yeah. Even the girl from Horizon Forbidden West, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But
Kratos.
Kratos, that's it. So you look at those and you're like Sony and Xbox, you kind of like wrestle a little bit. Who would actually be their mascot if need be? But then you go to Nintendo and you're just like,
Mario.
okay, yeah, I got Mario. I got Link. We have Kirby. We have Pikachu. All of these top-notch brand stuff falls under
They've got
Nintendo.
a big roster.
They have a
Yeah.
huge roster. Yeah, they do.
Metroid.
Samus, yeah. It's incredible. So just
And they put that whole roster and more into like Super Smash Bros.
right. And
Like,
that game's brilliant. The Super Smash
Yeah.
Bros. Games are great. I'm just not a really big player of them. I don't have time to dedicate to get good. So every time I play it, I just get crushed and frustrated and angry. So no need to do that. But yeah, that's
Sony also has Spider-Man too. You know.
for now. We'll see what happens. I honestly can't see Spider-Man staying exclusive for many more years to come. I really can't. Especially with Fox or Disney, if Disney ever gets to really fully purchase Spider-Man in this sense or whatever. Because Microsoft and Disney seem to have some sort of really good friendship going on, especially with the Indiana Jones and the that exclusive Bethesda Indiana Jones games that's coming out. So so exclusives for me. Lee, what are your thoughts on exclusives? Because I didn't get to ask you.
I think exclusives are integral to like the identity of each.
Yeah.
Like it's like saying that because I make these comparisons to like say Netflix or like an Amazon Prime. Like you can watch shows on either one of them, you can watch films on either one of them. Often they have some of the same films on each, but for Netflix, they'd have exclusive shows and films there. So it's like Stranger Things or something.
Sure.
and Amazon Prime, they'd have exclusive like The Boys or something. Like it's their it's what makes them them, and the appeal towards it is amongst other things. It's
Sure.
like that's what you're kind of there for. Um, and the and PlayStation, they do have better exclusives.
Yes.
Like,
Easily.
gotta hand it to them. But but the rest of it, the games that are just sort of like there to play, how accessible they are is a key part of it as well. So for um Xbox, they have it accessible on the Game Pass,
Yeah.
and that's and it's like it's all you have to do is pay a little bit of money every month, and you get this entire library
Huge
of games.
library. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and it's insane.
here's
But
something.
I do think exclusives are important though.
What if Nintendo and Xbox and Sony's like, all right, F this, let's get together, let's create a super console, and then we'll just make games for it?
No, because it would be like a monopoly at that point.
From what though? Like what other consoles are in competition? It can't be the Amico. We all know that's a joke. But I'm just
But then
saying.
yeah,
So
I do get what you're saying. I just don't think that would be feasible.
I think that would be great. I'd buy the console and then we could actually have access to every single game that we want. Sony's doing Spider-Man 3. Play it on your X Sony or X Station Do, or something stupid like that. I don't know. I get the reason for exclusives. They have to happen. And like Mark said, they've been happening since Nintendo. Since I don't know if back in the Atari Coleco and television days, but Nintendo came out. You had Mario. Sega came out. You had Sonic. That's it. And Nintendo had a bunch of other characters as well. So all right, Lee, that was your last news, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, let me jump into some of my stuff. Are you ready, kids?
Ready.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you. There we go. This is insanity. I just saw that. Okay, if you've not played Powerwash Simulator,
Oh, I have.
it is a wonderful game except for the very final board. But they're bringing out DLC to draw idiots like me back into the game. And you, SpongeBob SquarePants arrives in Powerwash Simulator, where you can, I think you can go underwater and wash
Bikini Bottom.
Bikini Bottom. I think that's brilliant. I want to play it. I want to try it. I think that would be a blast.
I thought they already did DLC because they did
Yeah, they
like
did. Yeah.
Tomb Raider house and stuff.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, Tomb Raider mansion.
I didn't even know that. Ooh, that seems tedious, but I would enjoy it. But yeah, they're doing SpongeBob. They're adding more DLC and more DLC and more DLC, and might as well. I honestly think, I know people don't like DLC for the most part, but it keeps you coming back, keeps you enjoying more stuff. And Mark, did you play Power Wash Simulator?
Yeah, I played it for a little bit on Xbox, so it wasn't too bad. They have a in car sales simulator, you can use a sponge to clean the car and upgrade it to a pressure washer, which is faster. So I get a little bit of that playing that game as well.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it. Power Wash Simulator. All right. There was a huge fiasco about Starfield at the beginning of the week, or the ending of last week. I forget exactly what it was. Starfield had tweeted out that there's not going to be a physical game. It's just going to be a DLC or a download code. That's it. People lost their mind, overreacted as usual. I get people want to have a physical disc. I think still there's a conspiracy about physical disc. We don't talk about that right now. We'll talk about it some other time. But going digital only makes sense for most of the world. All right? Most of the world. I know not everybody has amazing internet, blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with the gaming world. The gaming world is changing to just downloads. Many PCs now don't have a disk drive. My PC doesn't have a disk drive. I had to buy an external disk drive so I can read some of my old burned DVDs and stuff. So
Does that floppy disk drive?
that old floppy disk drive, I remember using those, and not just the 3.5 floppy disk, the big square ones that you would have to two-hand it inside, and it was floppy.
What were they called? 8-inch?
I don't know, man. I forget that I'm going to say I was in high school when we had to do some of that stuff, but. So Starfield clarified, and now I'm part of Facebook. I have a Facebook group. Anybody interested, I do have a Facebook group. Feel free to join. I do gaming news and all of that stuff. I just posted the link in the chat. So does Starfield include a disc? Bethesda causes confusion with contradictory tweets. Hello, partners. It depends on the edition. For example, the standard has a disc, while the Constellation edition has a code engraved on the collector's item. Yeah, so good to see you, buddy. So it is. The original is coming with a disc format, but if you get the one with the watch and all this other stuff, there's gonna be just a code engraved on it. That's it. The game's gonna be that way. So I'm gonna buy Starfield, hands down. Yes, it's coming out on Game Pass. Yes. But I'm going to get the Super Edition. It's $129. It comes to $150. And
with that, it'll come out a few days early as well.
Up to 5 days early, it's coming out. So, and I was sitting with Steph there, and for Father's Day, they gave me a $100 Xbox card. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Xbox money, that's my hobby. That's what I do. And so it's been sitting there, that $100. I'm like, I'm going to save it for September when Starfield comes out. And then they have the, and this is just Canada, by the way. It has it for all the other countries, but it's much cheaper. I can buy the upgrade, just the upgrade alone, for $39.99, which will give me the up to 5 days early, and all the deluxe edition stuff as well. And I was like, okay, I could spend the $39. I'm getting it for free on Game Pass. I can wait until the game goes on super sale, and then just buy the base version anyways, and just buy the deluxe upgrade. So that's what I did. I bought the deluxe upgrade. It was $39.99, came to like $45 tax in. And for $150, I paid basically $45, which is exciting. So I highly recommend that. Go that route first, and when the game goes on sale, which we know it will, buy the cheaper version of the base game, or just keep it on Game Pass, because it's going to stay on Game Pass. And Gaz has Starfield pre-downloaded, so I'm excited. And Gaz, I'm so happy to see you hanging out with an Xbox game called Starfield. There's nothing like that at all that's ever going to be on PlayStation. Really, it won't. Like, PlayStation no longer compares. And Gaz, if you hang around long enough, we are going to discuss your PlayStation friends. Let's go into the next topic, Mark. This affects you.
All right.
The original Call of Duty Warzone is shutting down. And fans aren't happy about it. As of September 21st, 2023, Call of Duty Warzone Caldera will shut down as our team focuses on future Call of Duty content, including the current Warzone free-to-play experience. All Caldera gameplay, player progression, inventories, and online services will expire on that date. In the arms of the angels. Give me your thoughts, Mark, because I know you love it.
It's a heartbreaker. In fact, I probably really need to play the original Warzone. Oh, well, I can't say the original because Verdansk was original, but maybe I need to go back and play Warzone 1 before it's completely gone for good.
I just want to say, Mark is the resident Call of Duty expert, all right? This guy loves Call of Duty. And so this does suck, though. For me, it makes sense. It's like Warzone 2's out. I thought Warzone 1 was done already.
Yeah, I mean, they kept the old map on there, and for a while, you got some streamers who are actually playing Warzone One again, just uh, just to take a break from Warzone Two and all the, problems and stuff that they were having because Warzone One Verdansk, that was the peak of Call of Duty for them. As far as popularity and stuff like that, and now it's a steady decline of its views on YouTube and stuff like that. It is no
Yeah.
longer the powerhouse it was, and I really don't know why. Maybe they're just trying to free up some of their servers and stuff like that, and for more Warzone 2 stuff. I don't know, but kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
Like gameplay, player progression, inventories, and online services will expire on September 21st. Like all your hard work, the
Hmm.
hours, it's just expiring. Did anything carry over to Warzone 2 from Warzone 1?
None of my stats or anything. I will never forget. Like Twisted Tim was the highest on my friend list for wins. He was at 91,
Ooh.
and he stopped playing for months and months and months at it. And it took me a long time to catch up to him. And I would never forget when I got my 100th win and
Yep.
stuff like that. I got so many memories on Warzone One that
Oh man.
it's a shame.
Well, we got
Yeah.
memories together on Warzone 1, so
Exactly, from months when COVID first took over. That
yeah.
was me, you, and Tim about every day.
Yeah, that's great. Crap. Yeah. That sucks. Lee?
That would really like suck if I did that. If I invested so much time to doing that,
Yeah.
and then because in my head I think it's like they're shutting it down quite quite quickly. Like it's
Well, when did it
like
come out?
It came out. It was 2020 for sure. It might have been early 2020 or late 2020.
Wow. Yeah, that is quickly. You're right. Quickly.
so it hasn't so the game hasn't actually had that long of a shelf life.
Yeah.
And to have all of your time, everything you've invested to just disappear and
Yeah.
never seen again and not transferred over to you to Warzone 2, it's like it would be if I like I'd find that quite unmotivating even to play the second one
Oh, yeah. I didn't even
because
think about it. I don't. Sorry, Lee. I cut you off. I'm just gonna say I honestly thought it was just common sense to just shut it down because Warzone 2 is out. Honestly, but now that I'm thinking about it and you guys are talking, I'm like, oh. All right, keep going.
mm,
Sorry, dude.
I'd find it like unmotivating to play the second one and then
Ooh.
because all I'd be thinking would be every hour that I'd spend on Warzone 2 would just vanish one day
Yeah.
because like Warzone 3 or something else will be cropping along and this and the effort that I put into that game won't have to be shut down as well.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you go into your like older games where they're not online and things, then you can go back to them and it's right where you left off pretty much.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. That's true. Yep. Wow.
so games like that nowadays just have a much shorter shelf life.
Yeah. You'll never be able after September 21st. You'll never be able to go back and experience that old feeling. Curvy Lesko, so good to see your beautiful face. Crazy.
So I just looked it up right now. I'm looking at my Warzone 1 stats. I got 1,175 hours of playing Warzone 1.
Wow.
Um, yeah, and that equates to 3,804 matches of
And
playing Warzone 1.
and that won't be gone.
Yeah.
You won't that won't be recorded anymore.
There's got to be some sort of memorializing for these situations. That sucks. Now that I'm thinking about it, that really blows, man. All right. Okay. Next bit of news had me super insanely excited. I got a question. Lee got Twitter yet? No, he doesn't. Just speaking of Twitter, Twitter did implemented something yesterday where you can only view if you're unverified, you can only view 600 message or tweets for the day, and then it says like limit reached or something like that, so you can't view anymore. It's such a anyways, that's Twitter. Elon Musk is totally messing with
So
it.
it's capping what you're able to do on Twitter if you're not verified.
Yeah, it's crazy how goes the new Indiana Jones. James, I'm going to see it in 2 hours. And why aren't you in here, James? You should be in here chatting. So check this out. Mark, what is your favorite Assassin's Creed game?
Black Flag.
Lee?
I've never played Assassin.
Boating Pizza, dude, I've missed you. Good to see you, Chris. I just want to say, Black Flag was my favorite for many, many years. I would say Valhalla would be my favorite, but Black Flag would be like there, if not just a little bit more. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake, supposedly in development at Ubisoft. According to two sources familiar with the plans, who are apparently not authorized to discuss this information publicly, the remake is still in its earliest stages and still has at least a few years to go before it's complete. I'm telling you right now, I was super excited that this is a possibility. My only issue is apparently Kotaku broke the news, and that's just a garbage company. But if Black Flag is being remade, Mark, what would you like to see remade? Or do you want it to be kind of like the exact same style? Or do you want to see it in this new style that they're gone with Valhalla and Odyssey and all that stuff?
No, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just update the graphics and stuff like that. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, it would be graphically, it'd be so awesome. Could you imagine though in today's graphics though? Like this was when this came out on Xbox One, and I've told the story several times. I'd be home downstairs in the basement playing Black Flag. This would have been almost 10 years ago. And it'd be lunchtime, so I'd go get my lunch, but I'd come and sit down, and I would go to an island where they're playing music. And I would sit there and eat my lunch while they're playing their music and just entertaining me. It's that great of an experience. It's insanely immersive, and the ship battles are phenomenal. So Lee, you have to play Black Flag, dude.
All right.
Out of all of them, you have to do it.
I highly recommend that one.
It's a 10 out of 10 AC game. AC3 was brilliant. And then AC4 was just like, it was incredible. It was incredible. Ubisoft needs to get Skull and Bones live. Skull and Bones they're still going hardcore into Skull and Bones. I don't know if it'll ever see the day of daylight, but they are still all in on Skull and Bones. It looks cool. It looks great, and we'll see. I'd be excited to try it, and we're going to play it. But, yeah. Mark, and I think I sent this to you last night, and I send these guys messages. Lee, Mark, James. I send these guys messages late at night, early in the morning, whatever. Gollum. The Gollum developer, Daedalic Entertainment, now to focus on publishing only. After disastrous launch, they're shutting down their development company after Gollum's disastrous release, which is insane. And I'm gonna say, Mark had this as his game of the year when it was announced. It looked great. It looked cool. It looked like there was something different from what we're used to play with. And now, bam, it comes out, it's toilet paper, and they're shutting down their development company. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's just like watching the movies in real life. Lord of the Rings is bad.
What?
No.
Okay,
I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I like The Hobbit actually better than Lord of the Rings. I just don't know why.
Wow.
Lord of the Rings had too much walking in it for me.
Words like that have never ever been spoken. I'm just saying. The walking simulator thing I've heard before, but I've just loved it. I've loved Lord of the Rings. Almost surpasses Star Wars for me. It really does. It's that great. Almost. I said almost.
But speaking of a remake, did you hear Red Dead Redemption 1?
One, yeah. That's cool.
Talking about a remake. I would be really excited for that one.
The only issue with that is, why remake 1 and abandon 2?
Well, I think you know, because the popularity of Red Dead Redemption 2, I think they just want to capitalize on that, and why not make more money? I mean, that's you got to think Rockstar is pretty strategic. I can't even
Yeah,
say
I know
that
what
word.
you're saying.
Strategically is a very smart company. Look how long they've milked GTA 5
You want to know what's
and stuff.
stupid, Mark? Yesterday, my kid, over the last 2 days, have been playing GTA 5. And I just bought him the monthly pass so he could get access to another area in GTA 5. My kid has been playing it like crazy. He's got these cars. He's like, "Look at my garage, Dad. It's incredible." And I'm looking at his cars, and then he's like, "Hey, oh, look at this. They have this monthly subscription plan." Like, oh my gosh, okay.
So is this for the GTA 5 Online?
Yeah. It's wild. They've milked GTA Online for 10 plus years. I think it's been over 10 years, hasn't
Yeah, it's 2013.
Yeah.
it? Incredible. Incredible. So yeah, that poor news of Daedalic Entertainment, I get it. Redfall, though, somehow has survived the team there but they've got Bethesda under their wing for publishing and all that stuff, so they're totally fine.
How old is Isaac now?
He turned 13 in February.
Yeah, so he was 3 when the game came out.
The kid was playing GTA at like 5 years old. I'm just saying. And here's a little story. Yeah, driving in GTA is amazing, and it's so awesome. And I got Isaiah to do it when he was a little kid. Isaac, I was like, here, try GTA. Duke is totally cool, dude. I'm all right. I love puppies, and Duke's awesome. And so Isaac was, I think, 5, whatever, just getting into games, Minecraft, all that stuff. And I read this today. Minecraft makes way more money on Nintendo than it does Xbox and Sony put together. How about that for a news story headline? Crazy. So I was like, Isaac, dude, you can just drive. Just drive in GTA, have a good time, experience the world, just drive. And he was doing it. He was doing it for a long time. And then, but if you do something that's like crazy, like throw a grenade in a car, it used to do a screen or video capture and save it to your playlist for automatic video captures. And I was going through some of his videos. I was like, oh my gosh, this kid blew the crap out of a vehicle as he was driving by. Now, some people say, Paul, that's terrible parenting, allowing your child to play GTA 5. I was like, well, he wasn't taking some hose in the back, knocking boots, and then running them over to get his money back. He was just basically driving around. So, but
Done that many times.
it's awesome. GTA 5 is a wonderful game. I cannot wait for GTA 6. It's going to be great.
But GTA 5 came out the same year as Black Flag. So
Oh, okay.
we've seen that kind of quality of game being remastered, like you say.
Isn't
So-
that wild?
2 masterpieces in the same year like that.
Yeah. Well, look at 10 years from this year. We're going to go back and we're going to say we had Hogwarts Legacy. We had Tears of the Kingdom. We had
4.
what's that?
Diablo 4.
Diablo 4. We have Starfield coming out.
You had Gollum.
This
You had
year,
Redfall.
After many delays.
So
And Spider-Man 2 is coming out this year too.
Yeah. So this year could go down as one of the best gaming years of all time.
Absolutely.
It really could. And
it's not just for like any one console, like any one of the 3, because Nintendo
3.
have Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
PlayStation have Spider-Man 2.
Mhm.
Xbox have
Has
Starfield.
Starfield.
You know, like kind of thing.
And then
Yeah.
Starfield has the potential to be a game changer, as in the way games are played, as in experience and scope. So we'll see what happens.
You had Star Wars. Did somebody say Star Wars?
No, we didn't. But yeah, Star Wars Survivor, Jedi Survivor, brilliant game. And this is mind-blowing. Right now, this year, Tears of the Kingdom still holds the highest rating game. And I think it's of all time, to be honest. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That will be Game of the Year. And we'll do a Game of the Year special predictions coming up here soon. But that will be Game of the Year, no matter how great Starfield is. it's going to be Tears of the Kingdom because there's so many Nintendo fanboys and fangirls. So, but yeah. Anyways, all right. Final subject. Let's go. And Jim Ryan, I know you're watching. Phil, good to see you. But Jim Ryan. I'm going to need an Xbox for Starfield. Yeah, you will, Boating Pizza. So Jim Ryan publishers, so this is what Jim Ryan said. The whole FTC thing, this joke that's going on. So much sketchiness from Jim Ryan. So much lying, Mark. So much lying going on from Jim Ryan. And it's embarrassing. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give this by the end of the year or the first fiscal quarter of next year, Jim Ryan will be gone as CEO or whatever his title is of Sony. Okay? He's got 9 months. Within the 9 months, Jim Ryan is done.
He's got a pregnancy.
Okay. Yeah. He's going to be gone. It's going to happen. The amount of negativity and embarrassment that he has caused in the gaming industry right now is terrible. So Jim Ryan on stand in a video with the judge and all this stuff. Jim Ryan, good to see you. I will never be gone. Yeah, I know you won't be. Yeah, Jim Ryan is here somehow. He said that publishers unanimously, all publishers do not like Game Pass. He says he's talked to all publishers and they unanimously do not like Game Pass because it's value destructive. That's what this clown said. He spoke to every developer. So some developers decide to speak out. And then so one of the stories is Football Manager dev praises Xbox Game Pass, announces major plans for Football Manager 24 and 25. You say it's Football Manager. Right. I get it. It's just dumb. But Football Manager boss Miles Jacobson has also been taking a bit more, has been talking a bit more about his love for Xbox Game Pass this week. After being asked by Eurogamer about his thoughts on Jim Ryan's recent value-destructive comments, here's what he had to say about his experience with subscription so far. Every studio has to make a decision themselves, but I don't recognize some of the quotes that I see from other studios and depositions. I don't recognize that in our business, it's all very sunny for us. Jacobson mentioned that he feels bringing Football Manager to Xbox Game Pass, as well as Apple Arcade, makes sense fiscally and creatively, pointing out that there's no way we would have reached 5 million players on 5 million players with Football Manager 23 without the audience of those platforms, which is mind-blowing. Now, I've tried those manager games. I don't think I did the football. I think there's like real football. I think they have one of those, not the soccer nonsense. But
real football.
What?
Football is soccer.
No, it's nonsense. Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, but you kick a ball.
So here is football.
With your foot.
Football. The American, you kick it. You start off the game kicking it.
Yeah, but then you spend the rest of the time carrying it.
You score points kicking it in football, American football.
Sometimes you end the game by a kick.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you spend 90% of the time carrying it.
Mute. Here we go. All right. Here's another one. DayZ publisher shows Xbox Game Pass some love for no particular reason. This is a tweet they did. This is DayZ now. These guys got some rep. So one of the publishers now speaking up about this happens to be Bohemia Interactive, DayZ, coming to the defense of Microsoft and the Xbox Game Pass subscription service, calling it a disruption to the classic model, an alternative that allows players to join gaming communities. And their tweet says, "Hello, gamers. We just like to mention," and in brackets says, "for no particular reason," that Bohemian Interact likes Xbox Game Pass quite a lot. As both a developer and publisher, we see it as an excellent addition and, at the same time, a disruption to the classic and established game store model. Xbox Game Pass is an alternative that allows more players to become part of our Daisy gaming community, and we are quite happy this alternative exists. So, Jim Ryan says all of them, all developers find this value destructive. And I know there's some that do believe it, okay? There's some that do believe it. But this is where Jim Ryan has dug himself in such a disastrous mess that he now is lion crying Jim Ryan. Not just me saying it. Tons of people are just making fun of this guy. There's so many memes. Mark is starting to smile, so he must have said something.
No. I haven't said anything yet.
He confirmed it.
But he does have a point.
With what?
On certain things, right? So I can see why some developers and studios and everything will see, the problem that being on Xbox Game Pass, it will limit the amount of income that they could make. But the smaller developers and stuff like that, or people that are just trying things out and everything, it's really a no risk situation for them, because they can make a little bit of money being on the Xbox Game Pass and while seeing if their concept works. But like major companies like EA with Madden or 2K, NBA 2K and stuff like that, they don't need Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation, whatever their thing is called now. They make money off their own games, selling them exclusively to Xbox, PlayStation, and even Switch and stuff. So I can kind of see where he's coming from, but I agree and disagree with that one.
You've been having that Jim Ryan account for way too long. You're now getting it way too into the persona.
We cannot confirm or deny that Mark, aka Ultimate Hater 87, is Jim Ryan PS5.
But
Mark, go ahead, Lee.
But yeah, it's like I just think the it's just the way that he's worded it, saying like unanimously, and it's just not true at all. And to the point where the companies are having to actually speak out against it, even in, like, if it's indirectly, it's just he's just throwing whatever he can to see what sticks, just to get people mad about Xbox.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But his reputation is now tarnished. I had no clue who Jim Ryan was until this whole FTC thing. Well, CMA stuff. Sorry, when this tried to happen, it's sketchy. What he's doing in the background and doing deals and all this other stuff, there's sketchy stuff going on that Jim Ryan's doing to stop this acquisition. But it's not to grab exclusivity of Call of Duty. It's not. It came out poorly redacted files that $800 million is the worth of Call of Duty to PlayStation. 800 million. There's no way Microsoft is going to be like, I do nothing wrong. My gosh. There's no way that Xbox is like, 800 million? We should probably just get rid of that and just keep it on Xbox. There's no way. They've already said they're going to keep these games on all stations, including Nintendo, because they signed that contract with them. So that should be fun. But yeah, there's Jim Ryan just wants to block it. But the whole thing is, and this goes from Jaden's comment this today, what do you guys think of the future of gaming? I can tell you the future of gaming and where it's going, and Microsoft is laying the foundation for it, and that's mobile gaming or mobile gaming. That's where it's at. The cloud gaming service, the mobile gaming destroys console and PC gaming. There are way more mobile gamers than there is these consoles and PCs. And that's the future. That's where it's headed.
It's because phones are way more accessible.
Yeah.
They're way cheaper. They're more accessible than any kind of console or PC. Like it's because at this point it's like everyone is essentially carrying like a small laptop in their hands, in their pockets all the time.
Yeah.
So it's all always there. So it's it's always accessible. I just think that recently the the type of games that have been coming out on mobile have been like very poor. I'd say
Oh,
within
sure.
within the last 5 years, it has declined severely.
Declined?
So
I would say no. I would say it improved. That's
in
where I would
in
go.
I, as in quality wise, they've declined. I think maybe the amount of people playing them is possibly increased, but
Yeah.
but I think the overall quality has
But
declined.
so this is where Xbox is acquiring all these developers as well. And I guarantee they're gonna do a roadmap for this whole mobile thing. But I don't want to play Diablo on my phone. I don't want to play the Elder Scrolls game that came on my phone. It comes on the device, whatever. Is actually really good. I do like it. I don't play it. I play one mobile game and that's it. I don't have time for any others because it just drives me crazy.
Galaxy of Heroes.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I'm a day one player. And I've been playing that, and I just reached 8 million galactic power right now on my account. So I love it. It's just, but all these other games, you're gonna see these all come out. Like look at the Mario Kart. Mario Kart is massively popular on the phone. Pokemon Go every day. That is insanely popular, and still has millions of players. And anybody new can join this game, and that's where this is all headed. But I need a console. I need my controller. I need it. I have to have a controller. I want to sit down and play and have a good time.
I can't get immersive playing on a phone.
Okay, hold on. Let me just clarify. On my iPad, I played. Here's the very first Walking Dead by Telltale Games. I played every episode on my iPad. That's the first game that ever made me cry. I still remember laying in bed. It was late. It was like 1 a.m. I'm finishing up Lee and Clem, where Clem has to get rid of Lee at the end, and I'm crying in my bed on my iPad. My smash pad. Yeah, that's true.
Did you shoot me or leave me to die? To turn into
I
a
think I
walker?
left you to die. I couldn't shoot
Right.
Lee. I couldn't shoot Lee. Couldn't do it.
Couldn't shoot me.
But if anybody wants to fix my my smash pad, I would freaking love it because it's driving me extra crazy right now. Because right now on my smash pad, it's like it just seems the top half is it's broke. That's why. But it's like somebody's already pressing buttons on it, so I have to power it off, turn it right back on for it just to reset. Oh, it's frustrating the crap out of me. So yeah, Mark, any give me more insight on or the final words, I guess, on the future of gaming or this Jim Ryan garbage. Get a new one. They're $1,700 here in Canada, James. With taxes, they come to just under $2,000. Just saying. Are we headed down the path of Cyberpunk 2077 or Idiocracy movie or both? Cyberpunk 2077 is actually a really good game. This podcast is not PlayStation friendly. Jim Ryan, it is and it isn't. Until you step down, which you will, or you'll be let go, just as a heads up, within the next 9 months. Mark this, quote this, in the next 9 months, Jim Ryan will be done as head of PlayStation. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens with that one, right?
What if it happens? What are you going to do? Like, okay.
I hope it happens, but I don't think it will.
Why though?
Because he's got too much influence.
No. The thing is let's say this joke of a court case, the FTC thing. If the judge is not paid off, she's going to say, this is a nonsense case. Yes, Xbox and Activision Blizzard can merge or be acquired by Xbox. If the judge is not corrupt. Because if you paid attention to this whole last week, man, the judge cut the FTC off so many times. Like, okay, you already asked us. Stop it. Let's move on. Like, you guys are dummies. What are you doing? Even Jim Ryan in his video contradicted what the FTC was trying to say and do. Like, Jim Ryan messed up their FTC's case with a couple things that he said. And then they had experts that had no clue. There was one specific expert that the FTC brought on that would not confirm things that FTC were saying, but he was their witness. And so it was an absolute joke. But if the judges, and Pete said these judges are corrupt, so I don't know what's going to happen, man. Honestly, it should, this Wednesday coming, it should be the judges, and yeah, here we go. We redacted a bunch of things. It's totally fine. You can do it. It's not consumer or negative towards consumers. And that was one of the main things the judge said to the FTC is we're not worried about Sony. We're worried about the consumers. And the FTC, for some odd reason, is trying to save Sony, but not what's good for the consumers. I don't understand it. It is a lot of corrupt nonsense. And even Canada yesterday or 2 days ago goes, we got a problem with this too. And I think it's just these losers in Canada are just either one, be paid off by Jim Ryan to speak up, or they're just trying to get some clout too and get some, hey, we're here too. Pay attention to us. Nobody cares about you. You're in Canada. Shut up. Stop it. Just saying. I'm Canadian. I can say that. All right. That's my rant, guys. I'm just so sick and tired. I can't wait until this. Yes, Canada loves me. Jim Ryan, no, we don't. Just as a heads up.
He's got a point.
No, he doesn't. I live in Canada. I bleed Canadian. There's no way we love Jim Ryan. But I'm going to say there's a lot of Sony fans in Canada as well. Xbox has already promised all of these Call of Duty games and everything else is coming out on PlayStation. There's no harm in this happening. This just almost evens out. So here's Sony, here's Xbox. Activision Blizzard happens, so Sony probably comes here, Xbox comes right about here. It's all about the exclusives. Sony's got that in the bag, hands down.
Well, I mean, this court case is going to it's probably going to change the gaming industry moving forward for sure. Because it's going to prevent it will stop Microsoft from acquiring Activision, which is a major company in the gaming industry because of Call of Duty by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happens to rule in favor for PlayStation, then that's going to eliminate a lot of their headaches and everything. Because I really do believe when Jim Ryan says that we basically don't want to give Xbox our codes and stuff like that, I do believe when he says that.
Sure.
And he's fair to a point, because you really don't want to give your direct competition your technology and basically what you got coming out in the future and stuff like that, because it can create a conflict of interest. Because Xbox, and they can say whatever they want, but truthfully they are going to look at and say, okay, so the PlayStation 6 is going to have this.
Yeah.
We really need to either step our game up, or we need to back off depending on what whatever the technology is.
Yeah, that's a valid excuse.
That's his only excuse.
But it's not anti-consumer though.
No, it's not anti-consumer. It's anti longevity, I guess you would say, with the company. Because you just don't want to give out all your secrets and stuff like that, and no gaming company does. So
let me give you a little rebuttal. Bowden Pizza said it's mostly because Sony didn't release Spider-Man to Microsoft. It honestly has nothing to do with Spider-Man. Let me give you a little rebuttal, Mark, and that is, oh my gosh, I just brain farted right now because I talked about Spider-Man. Yeah, here it is. It came back. Old man syndrome. So let's just say that's the case. Jim Ryan's like, I don't want to give my PlayStation hardware secrets to Activision because they can let Microsoft. Microsoft has a more powerful system than Sony's PS5.
Correct.
It's already proven this year, or this console generation, that does not matter. It's the games that matter. The exclusives that Sony have are way better 10 times better than what Microsoft has. And I'm an Xbox fanboy, okay? 10
I mean,
times better.
you got Xbox on top of your head right now.
Yeah, I do have Xbox on top of my head. And if I move here, I've got the achievement right here. La 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 la. So it's not about the hardware. Sony could come out with this 15 teraflops and Microsoft's, I'm doing 30 teraflops. I'm telling you right now, for the average gamer or even hardcore gamers, they don't care. We want the best games that we can play on our console or PC or whatever. That is my argument or my rebuttal to that. I think that's a valid excuse Jim Ryan has out of all of it. I bet Starfield would run better on PlayStation. Only if Jim Ryan, only if a PlayStation dev was creating it. I'm just saying. It won't even matter. This is a Bethesda game.
It's like if you're buying a book and you're looking for, like, you know, whether it's a paperback or a hardback, doesn't really matter as long as the content in the book, the actual story is what you're there for. That's what you're there to read.
Look at
as
this.
Opposed to...
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, Lee. Boating Pizza just said what I mentioned earlier. How about joint console between Xbox and Sony? I said that exact same thing. Xbox, Nintendo, and Sony get together, create one massive machine, and then they just pump games into it. I think that would be incredible. Our exclusive graphics look much better. So, Mark, Jim Ryan, whoever's behind Jim Ryan's account, what would you say Jim Ryan is referring to right there? What games? Because Gears 5 looks gorgeous.
Well, I don't know if you're just comparing like graphics to graphics on the exclusives, then, you know, if you let's look at Xbox's top titles, Halo, Gears 5, and
what are you doing, Paul?
Okay,
I know
water.
I know what you're doing.
Let's see, Halo,
Stop
Gears
interrupting
5,
me.
and what's another one? I can't even think of another one right now. If you compare those graphics to, you know, PlayStation exclusives like Ghost or Spider-Man or what's another one?
I can't throw Spider-Man in there. As great graphically. I think for the cartoon universe, it's great. I'm going to say Ghost of Tsushima is probably one of the best looking games I've ever played.
And God of War, I forgot God of War.
God of War looks good. Everyone needs to calm down and have some tea. No, we don't, James. Nobody needs tea.
Has Stefan had any of that tea yet?
No, not yet. But she was griping today because we're going to the movies here in an hour and a half. Well, actually, in less than an hour. And she was like, I want to bring a tea into the movie theater. I'm like, nobody wants to do that. Stop it. I said, well, we'll just do it. We'll see what happens. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
And Gran Turismo does look better than Forza.
No.
And I mean, that's just my opinion on that one, I guess. But I think Gran Turismo does look better. Visually, it looks better than Forza.
Forza what? Horizon or Motorsport? Because Motorsport is going to be probably one of the best looking games of all time.
Current Horizon, then.
Okay, yeah. So Horizon is a little more, what's the term? That it's because it's not hardcore, but Forza Horizon, man, that's graphically gorgeous as well. Oof, it's so good. Halo went down the toilet badly. Yeah, I've never liked Halo. I've played them all. I don't like them, but I like playing with people, so I'll play Halo. I'll go through them again this year too. I won't, but like if James is like, hey, Paul, we all should play Halo. Let's do it. And I'll be like, okay. And then I'll just let him lead and kill everything. Yeah.
But it's like if we're just going to talk about like graphics, it's like, well, we know time and time again that Nintendo have the worst graphics out of the three leading console sort of producers.
But
to the point where when you port games that are already on consoles onto the Switch, such as like Apex Legends, you've experienced that firsthand, Paul, with playing it on the Switch, and how much of a downgrade that is. And yet, it's like the Nintendo Switch has sold like 100 million more than the next one, the next highest.
Yep.
So graphically, it's like in terms of how much things are being sold, the graphics are irrelevant.
Right.
You can and because if you want to talk about the best graphics, you go to PC.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
it's better than any console can provide.
100%. The
Yep.
whole thing, the key is gameplay, though. For me, the key is
Yeah.
gameplay. That's why I can enjoy a game like Sea of Thieves. One, graphically, the cartoony graphics look incredible. The water is gorgeous. The sunsets, the borealis. It's just amazing. But the gameplay is on point, and that's what I've been barking about for the last 2 years. All these people, 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second, 4K, 1080p, 720p, and it's just like, guys, how's the gameplay though? Oh, well, it's really fun, but look at the graphics. Like, come on. Nobody,
Yeah.
I don't care about 60 frames. Yes, I know 60 frames per second is better. But if a game is locked in at 30 frames per second, like Starfield, it's not going to hurt the game. It's not going to hurt the gameplay. We've already seen gameplay, and that game looks amazing. And that is 30 frames per second, captured on video, sent to a live stream, and you're watching on your device. So to experience those environments firsthand on Starfield, I'm excited. I can't wait.
How many Fridays or how many streams have you done playing Gears of 5 Horde mode?
Oh my gosh,
Like
I
Gears of
think we're
War,
going on 2
Gears of 5 Horde.
years. I think we're going on
Yeah.
2 years at Gears 5.
So and you do that, you spend like 3 hours or so playing it, like to do 50 rounds or more, and this most recent Friday, James pointed out in the
Graphics, yeah.
when we're playing, say, "Oh, look around! Like it's this looks really good." And you and Pete, you say that you don't pay attention to that. You never really realize that
No, I've
because
never
it's
looked
because
around.
it's like because it's so from a graphical sense as good at it as it is, because we know that it's good. We don't pay attention to that. We pay attention to the content of the game,
Yeah.
how good it plays.
Look at Lee with the great points. I don't mind saying. Lee, well done, sir. That's a great point. That is a great point. Yeah. Mark, any final words on this whole thing? Like, what sum it up for me, Mark, from your point of view?
Um, I think that some way somehow Jim Ryan is going to win this battle, and I do not believe Microsoft is going to acquire Blizzard, Activision.
So why though?
I think the judge is actually going to rule in favor for them.
There's Mark. I'm going to say there. I follow this so closely. There is no way, in any sort of legal format, this should be rejected. I'm just saying, other than corruption, there's no, FTC has not proved their case, CMA has not proved their case. There's no reason. But I see what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying there's no legal precedence to stop this from going through, and the FTC has not proved their case.
It would be a very first for the gaming industry, and this decision is going to change the future of gaming. I will say that it's going to change the future of gaming, because if the judge rules in favor of Microsoft, then eventually you will probably see the end of Call of Duty on PlayStation. And
Jim Ryan's fault.
But if they rule in favor of PlayStation, then I mean, I guess everyone's back to doing what they're doing on their everyday lives.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I just can't wait until this is all done.
I mean, it's all of this is costing each company millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Lawyer fees and everything like that. So I'm sure that they're probably ready for it to be done and over with no matter what. And who was it stock that plummeted? What's the Activision stock that plummeted that I read a couple days ago? I got to go back and look. One of the company's stock dropped during this whole case. I can't remember which one it was. I have to
And
go
they
back.
rolled.
No, would you say, Lee?
No, no, it's just Mark said they stopped, they dropped, and I said,
Oh,
what, and
Oh,
they
you're
rolled?
such an idiot.
Oh, wow.
Stop,
But
drop, and roll.
I do think Sony's going to come out on top on this one.
Okay. So I'm so tossed and torn about this. If Pete is right and the judge is corrupt, Sony will win. If justice and proper legality that has been set in stone to protect the consumer prevails, Xbox is going to win, hands down. It's easy. They can remove Call of Duty on PS6 or PS7. I think Microsoft said they'll leave it open for PS5. No. So Boating Pizza, they said going forward, there's going to be a deal. They're not removing Call of Duty on PS6, PS7, whatever. But he couldn't make that guaranteed promise for a PS7 because we're not even close and we don't even know the future. But for the next gaming, for the next 10 years, during this FTC Pro case, 2028 is the new consoles, guys and gals. 2028 is when the new Xbox, new PlayStation's coming out. Nintendo, probably sooner. But that's when it's happening. They already revealed it during the FTC case. So Microsoft's like, here's a 10-year deal, dude. You got it. Thank you, hater. I agree with you. Take on PlayStation. That Pharaoh has been a poopy head towards me. That's awesome. You suck, Jim Ryan. So that's what's happening. So the next PlayStation's getting Call of Duty. And it will still keep getting. If PlayStation is worth Call of Duty is worth 800 million per copy on PlayStation, Xbox is good. There's no chance in Halifax they would pull that from PlayStation at all. Sony is greedy not to make it up to PS10. Lee, final words on all of this.
I hope it's going to go through. I'm optimistic. But I don't see Jim Ryan going. Not yet. Not within the next 9 months.
9 months. It's happening.
I don't think so. But I'm optimistic that it won't go through. It's just the Jim Ryan will do whatever he can to try and stop it. And
we don't do 10-year deals. Awesome. All right. This has been phenomenal. You guys have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, let me say one more thing.
Sure.
If the judge does rule in favor for PlayStation, Jim Ryan will keep his job.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, no, I agree. But he's already embarrassed the company and his name.
That part is definitely true. He is definitely doing a lot of lying out there. He's definitely doing a lot of crying, for sure. And publicly he looks terrible for PlayStation.
Yeah.
But he's apparently he's gained a lot of momentum in this case and everything with other countries, with Europe and stuff like that. So he's done a good job at that. So
Europe.
the outcome of this case, of this trial, is going to determine whether or not he keeps his job, and I fully believe that.
Yeah, 100%.
If Jim Ryan spent as much time sort of working on PlayStation, trying to make them as good as Xbox as, and instead of trying to trash Xbox, then it would be then PlayStation would be better overall if he spent as much time and much effort as he does trying to trash Xbox.
You know what it is? You know why I feel like, Lee? I think it's Phil Spencer is a gamer.
100%.
He's truly enthused in this job that he's doing. He absolutely loves it. Where I feel like Jim Ryan, it's just a job to him. If that makes sense. I don't see the same gaming passion out of Jim Ryan that I do in Phil Spencer. So that's what makes me feel like he treats it truly as a job.
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's why I love Xbox so much, that I identify with Xbox so much, is Phil's such a gamer and they're pro gamer. They're pro gamer. Once Don Matrick, once they kicked him out, everything switched for Xbox. I was like, okay, this is great. This is awesome. Let's go get it. And I've been a fan of Xbox since not day one. I'm sorry, my from the first Xbox, but my brother's the one who got me into Xbox, which was awesome, and I've never turned back since. So. Yo, guys, this was awesome today. This was wonderful. Thank you. Good conversations, lots of fun. The millions watching. Thank you guys for lurking and chilling. Give me in those. Give me in them.
Heck yeah.
Jim Ryan.
Good old Jim Ryan. Yes, sir. Hold on.
I wonder
here.
if he's going to disappear from this chat after the case is settled.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This is great. I'm excited. I want to know if Xbox would have focused on making better games for exclusives, we wouldn't be in this mess. No, not true. But Xbox does need better exclusives. 100%. I 100% agree with that. And we're getting there. We're definitely getting there, which is fantastic. All of this stuff that's gone on has sparked. Xbox has laid out a great future, and this is awesome. This is really good. I'm excited. Listen, excuse me, no matter which side you guys are on, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox or Nintendo, these guys competing, and if this FTC thing works for Xbox and we even out, all of us win. All of us win. It means a better Game Pass or PlayStation Plus subscription service. It means better games for sure. And us as a consumer wins. Hands down. And it has to happen. Sony dominating is not making the market better. Xbox Game Pass, as being as wonderful as it is starting to trigger Sony. And that's going to force Sony to do better. Create a call, like if Microsoft wins, Sony just create an Call of Duty game. You've got amazing devs. Create a Call of Duty game. Just call it something different.
I don't think it would be that hard to create a battle royale game, like that.
Yeah.
Because even I think Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman, they're working on something together, a battle royale game and stuff. Obviously, they're not creating it, but they're chiming in. Hey, let's add this and that and stuff like that.
Great.
I mean, I really don't understand. What PlayStation would have to be worried about. I mean, all they got to do is just create one and they got some brilliant minds that work in PlayStation Studios. I'm sure it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. So I'll end my comment on this. Boating Pizza said, "I am on no one's side. I'm an agent of chaos. I play both consoles." So I've got a gaming PC, Chris. I've got a Nintendo Switch. This is the Pro controller. I got my Xbox Series X, and I got my PS5. I play all the consoles. I prefer Xbox, and I prefer everything about it. So I'm an Xbox fanboy that can be critical and appreciate all sides. That's it. And I've said that over and over and over. All right, Mark, where can they find you in all your South shows?
Find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube at Ultimate Hater 87.
Excellent. Thanks for joining today, dude. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, anyone else wants to join too, just hit me up with a message. It's great having more insights, more conversations, and all of that stuff, and just have some fun. We do this pretty much every Sunday, and I stream 5 days a week. I have a nickname from one of our friends, Woo. It's James, who calls me Part-Time Paul, which is unwarranted as I stream 6 days a week. So I don't understand how that would classify as part-time, but I'm rocking it here, kids, and having a good time. I've been doing this for a very long time. Lee, your socials, sir, where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitch, I guess.
Okay.
Discord, I guess. YouTube, I guess.
What do you mean you guess? I don't
I'm
know what's
not-
going on here.
Not called, I guess, but
Where can they find you on your socials, dude? That's a simple question.
I listed them. I'm
All right,
I'm
you
on
can-
those. I'll find you.
You can find Lee
Yeah.
either on Discord or here.
Yeah.
Here on this channel, for the most part, I guess. You have to stream 80 hours a day to be full-time. 80 hours a day to be full-time, I guess, just to please some of these British clowns. I'm just saying. Paul plays Valo. James is trying to trigger me. It's not going to happen, dude. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. All right. And guys, you can find me on all my socials, all that stuff. Just as a heads up, I created a Facebook page for gaming news, all of that stuff, not just, hey, I'm streaming, but gaming news and all that stuff. I'm going to be posting stories quite a bit. There's the link. Feel free to join if you haven't. The millions that are watching, feel free to click that link and just get part of the community. We're going to chat. We're going to talk games. We're going to talk whatever. It's really all about games and stuff. I'm talking retro stuff. I'm talking new stuff. And we're just going to have a good time. I'm going to share my thoughts on old school games and stuff like that. On Twitter, I started, but Twitter has now gone into chaos mode with Elon's 600 tweets a day or whatever. So Lee, what happens at the end of the news? Shut up, James. I'm going to see it in an hour and 10 minutes. I'll be sitting there watching it. All right, I'm rocking out of here. All right, let's get on the exit screen. So as for Mark, as for Lee, my name is Paul, and you guys take care. See you guys. Love all you beautiful people. And James, you should have joined us. Just saying. Ooh, all right. Yeah.
The film ends. What happens, James?
Dun dun dun. All right. Sorry, just getting messages. Except the stand. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, this is awesome. I'm hoping this week, this Wednesday, I'm hoping, because 4th of July, yeah, that's Tuesday. That's a massive holiday. So we'll see if what happens. So this is exciting.
So like with the because you said you're working for like an American company, so they do stuff for like the 4th of July and that. So what's your schedule looking like for the next week?
Same. I'll be working the exact same. There's nothing different. Friday, I'm taking the 2 hours off on Friday. Bye, y'all. It's been fun hanging out. See you next time. Purple person turquoise waving. Thank you so much, Silver. Thank you, Boating. Thank you, James. Thank you, Jim Ryan, PS5. Thank you for hanging, everybody. My birthday's coming up. Curvy, when is your birthday? Yeah. So no, this was awesome. So yeah, for the week, it's going to be quiet, I guess. So I'll be able to focus on some things, but we still got a bunch of the international stuff too, and that I got to deal with and all that. So yeah, it's been great. So my wife, Steffi, she just posted a meme. Looks like Dolly Parton. It says, it's getting harder to tumble out of bed and stumble to the kitchen and pour myself a cup of ambition. Whoa, Wednesday? Your birthday is this Wednesday? Curvy, happy 21st birthday or whatever? I think you're 31 or something. I don't know.
Glad I'm off Tuesday as well.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, yeah. You guys will be all shut down there. So... Tuesday, Lee, what do you... Oh, I already have Curvy last birthday. I already know it's your birthday, Curvy. It says right here. That's funny. Do I have it set for all day, though? Online for TV. Annually on July 5th. Wednesday. Yeah. I have it set for annual. Okay. I was just checking my calendar. Yes, 32. Okay. Yeah, Curvy, I already got your birthday, Curvy. That's old news. No, 32. All right. So since Tuesday, Lee, are you doing date night on Tuesday?
It's not called that, and it's not,
okay.
and it's not on. It's not going to be on Tuesday. It's this time. It's going to be on Wednesday or Thursday. But
Thursday. Oh,
but I can change it. I can try and move it to one of those days, depending on how.
No,
what you're doing.
Don't worry about it. Mark, are you looking to play something?
Yeah. I got nothing planned, so yeah.
Okay, we'll figure something out. We'll see what. Mr. Woot James is doing. And then Lee, we know you're available. I'm available. We'll figure out what's going on and then possibly get a good day of strumming in and playing some games.
Oh, we can't hear the music box.
Oh, you can't?
No.
No. No, still can't
hear it at all. Let me turn off the exit music. Hold on one sec.
I can't. I honestly can't hear it.
Nope.
Is that where your mic is, or is your mic? Is it an Elgato mic?
No, my mic is here.
Here, scratch on your mic for a sec with your thumb. Nope. That's not working.
Is it okay on mic?
Oh, I heard something there, but we can't quite get it all.
Nope.
That's crazy.
So your audio was coming through, not your microphone. That sucks.
Microphone. This device. I really do not know how to work this PC. Amazing.
Just got to go into the audio options and choose the proper audio. So the bottom right hand corner, if you should be able to right click on the little audio symbol. It should say like headphones, whatever. And if you go into open sound settings, there you can choose. It should say sound, your output, and then your input. That's where you choose which one you want to be as your default. Right now I have my SteelSeries as my output and my mic in Elgato Wave 3 as my input.
It's crazy. It's saying that my headset's my output too. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's a little Harry Potter music box that plays the Hedwig's theme.
Yeah, we just can't hear it. That sucks. But that's cool though, man. That looks awesome. I was doing this while you were talking a couple times. Thank you for following Lionel Journalisto. Wow, Lionel, thank you so much. Why'd that pop up twice on the exit screen? Huh.
No, we're having an earthquake.
When's Monkey Island coming out?
When's what? Sorry.
When did I say Curse of Monkey Island? We're gonna be playing that, man. Oh, I cannot wait.
Monkey Island.
This month, right?
Let me just play that again. Boom. Oh, is it the 22nd or something like that? I'm just testing something here. Leo. Or Lionel, thank you so much. I'm just trying to do something here. For Christ's sakes. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's better. Yeah, soon. Very soon. Leo Journalista.
I don't see a date for it. Oh. I thought it was this month.
July 20th.
Oh, it is this month, July 20th.
Yeah, I can't wait. So I'll be playing that for a little bit.
Oh, I can't wait. I need to download. While I'm talking to you guys, let me download Sea of Thieves on my PC. I just want to see what it looks like. I got so much space. I got a 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm glad I did.
What the heck?
Oh, wah. All right, so yeah, I'm just selling something on Marketplace, and these people are messaging me back.
Your PlayStation 5?
No, I'll never sell it, dude. Hey, if I get 3 Nintendo Switches that aren't played at all, I'm never going to sell my PS5. And there's 3 PS5s in my house. I've got mine here, Isaiah's in his room, and then I got Cameron's broken one. The HDMI port is broken. I got to try to fix that. I got a new soldering kit, and I just haven't tried it to fix it, but I'm going to try.
But the things that consider that you've got like 3 of them and you don't use them, you can afford to get rid of one of them.
Nope. Watch your mouth, Lee.
No.
Watch your mouth.
I still got boxes and everything.
Yeah, I love it. I just love gaming, man. I love everything about gaming. As you can tell, like my statues. I freaking love my statues.
No way.
I do, yeah. It's so cool. All right, boys, I got to get ready. It's actually 11 o'clock now. Steph went to get pick up the groceries, and I got to leave in 10 minutes, I think, just to go to the theater. I'm going to get popcorn. I'm going to eat it with a spork, and then I'm going to stick a fat wiener in my mouth. I'm just saying, it's going to be good. A big
Thanks
fat
for
wiener.
having me this week, guys.
Dude, anytime.
I know I was a little chatterbox today, but
I love it. Usually I have to sit there and try to keep myself awake with Lee talking. So with you, I'm just teasing Lee. I'm such a jerk. I'm so sorry.
No. I often fall asleep when I'm talking. So.
Listen, I have the most motorist mouth of all time. I'm just saying. I just constantly chat. So, all right.
I try, but you hit such a high bar. Like
that's true. You don't have to try though. You really don't. I can drive for both of us. Trust me. All right, boys and girls, thank you for watching. The millions. Thank you. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day.